Well, we have made our way through Christmas, and we are now in this season after Christmas called Epiphany. It starts on the 6th of January with the Feast of the Epiphany, but really continues through until Lent. And there's something really interesting that I find helpful about, as I've often said before, the reality of the church year and how it directs our attention to various things. And if you pay attention at all, and I'm really encouraging us all to pay some attention to this, is that really starting particularly at Christmas with the Nativity, the birth of Jesus, and kind of moving through to Epiphany, the coming of the wise men, that sort of early part of Jesus' life. But then the first Sunday after the Epiphany is the baptism of Jesus, which is the beginning of his ministry. And so there's this progression from Christmas all the way through to ultimately Ascension and Pentecost about sort of the life of Jesus. The whole movement of this is directing our attention to the life of Jesus. So we begin with, of course, his birth at Christmas. And then right after Epiphany, we have this first Sunday, which is we have all the readings about the baptism of Jesus, which is this coming Sunday. And then Epiphany ends just before Lent, and the Sunday before that we have lessons about the transfiguration of Jesus, where he's up on the mountain with Peter, James, and John, and he's transfigured. And then it is after that in the Scriptures, if you again read the Scriptures, read the Gospels, it will tell you that it was after that that Jesus' face is turned like flint towards Jerusalem. And so we, following the life of Jesus, then turn our attention really clearly towards what is ultimately Lent, which is this journey to Holy Week, Good Friday, and Easter, and the whole rhythm of this. So what I find about this is it actually directs my attention, and everything that is good about the tradition of the church is where it directs our attention to Jesus and the life of Jesus, and this is really true. So as we walk through Epiphany, and indeed throughout the rest of this sort of first half of the church year, where we're really focused on the life of Jesus, I really want to invite you to be paying attention to those rhythms, to sort of birth, to Epiphany, to baptism, the initiation of his ministry, and then the exercise of that ministry and the teaching and the healing that culminates in this transfiguration moment where the voice of God says, "This is my son, listen to him." And then he turns his attention to fundamentally his work, and we turn our attention to the journey through Lent to Easter, and ultimately to his ascension and his sending of the Holy Spirit. The church year really is there to help us pay attention to who Jesus is and where he is going. So I invite you, as we walk into his baptism this coming Sunday and throughout Epiphany and Lent, to notice the journey of Jesus and to walk with him.